before I get into the story, I will tell you this. I feel like it's part of the gig now. The fact that my life was spared, and I'm still trying to figure out why, when so many other people that they weren't afforded that opportunity, and the fact that I'm still around is nothing short of a miracle. And I share my story because in the middle of all of the first time around with cancer, you're talking about my cancer diagnosis. In 2011, I was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And stage 4 just simply means it's metastasized or it's spread throughout your body. And I had it bad. And I had it about as bad as you can get it. And the first hospital that I was at was just going to put me in comfort care because I had it that bad. And Kix Brooks from the duo Brooks and Dunn, I was on tour with them for a couple of years, and he had heard through my producer Don Cook that I was sick and what was going on, and he got me into Vanderbilt. And they initially were going to put me in comfort care as well. And I didn't know this until just a couple of years ago, but a brilliant oncologist named Dr. Jordan Berlin got involved there, and he thought he saw a way to fight it. And so he lobbied, he literally fought for my life and convinced Vanderbilt to try and do surgeries and chemo and beat it. And they went along with him after he fought for my life, and we ended up, I was in there in and out of the hospital for about 3 years battling this stuff. But anyway, in the middle of the battle, where I'd been reading statistics and realized that I probably was not going to make it, and I met a man who had been diagnosed similar to me, and he was still alive. And Dr. Berlin introduced me to him for a reason, and I didn't realize it at the time. But meeting somebody who had actually beaten it, who had actually made it, when all the statistics were saying that I was not going to make it, seeing that it could be done, and meeting somebody who had been there and beat it was a game changer.
Mm.
That allowed me to get right mentally and put my head down and fight. And that's the reason I share my story, and I'll tell everybody, anything they want to hear about it, because it makes a difference. Just hearing that it can be done, meeting somebody that has done it. And I will also say, and I thank God in the name of Jesus, because he made it painfully clear that he's the reason I made it through it. So that's the reason I share my story, and hopefully I can impact somebody the way it did me.